Hi, I'm John Landstrom. We're here today in our Norcross, Georgia showroom. I want to share with you a collection of motorcycles that you might find interesting. These bikes belong to a local enthusiast. His name was Barney Besal. Barney passed away about a year ago, and the family has entrusted me to help just find new homes for these motorcycles. And we're going to talk a little bit about each one, but I just want to say that I'm really honored to be entrusted with this responsibility. Barney was a great guy. He always was generous with his motorcycles as far as sharing them with the public. And some of these bikes were his daily riders. Other ones were just bought as investments and put away. He kept extensive notes on everything. So we have good details on the bikes. And let me take just the next few minutes to share some of these bikes with you. So we're going to go in somewhat of a chronological order. And we're going to start with the Ducati GT750. The GT750 was Ducati's first V-twin. They were produced in limited numbers, only a little over 4,000 in total. And Barney was a very good mechanic as well as a road racer and avid rider. He did not race Ducatis. He raced earlier in his days on Japanese bikes, but he was a meticulous mechanic. And this bike here is just a little reflection of the kind of detail this motorcycle, and we have extensive notes on this. He spent 5 years restoring this bike. The paint is flawless. It has several upgrades, and I think the motorcycle speaks for itself. Like I say, we're not here to talk about the details, but I just want to reflect that Barney loved these bikes. He put a lot of care into them. He had a day job. This was not his job. This was his passion. These bikes were made 1971 through 1974. Prior to this, Ducati was most famous for their single-cylinder, smaller displacement motorcycles from about World War II up until through the 1960s. And then their designer, Fabio Taglioni, designed this motorcycle, and it is a 90-degree V-twin, bevel drive, and that motorcycle was the quintessential Ducati twin. And this is one of Barney's original motorcycles, original paint, light wear and tear, 7,700 miles. And we do have extensive notes on this, so we won't talk about all the details. But it's a nice original early Ducati 750. Here we have the Ducati 900 SS. There's 3 of these being offered in the collection. There's a 1979, a 1980, and a 1982. This was the one that Barney rode the most. I saw him a few times at the Atlanta area bike nights on this motorcycle. And this is displaying 16,000 miles. I would say the condition is immaculate. The 900 SS was a square case, but it still retained the bevel drive. Has this nice little window added for viewing of the gears while they're turning. And this motorcycle, some of these bikes, I think this one might have the second seat, the dual seat with it. But all of these details will be shared with any potential buyers, including whatever notes Barney had on it, receipts and so on that were spent on the motorcycle. This is the Ducati F1B. Ducati built really a street legal racer. This motorcycle had lights and turn signals, but it's very much like a track bike. This motorcycle has 9,000 miles showing on it, and it's had a recent top-end rebuild just 300 miles ago. This motorcycle is in the red, white, and green livery with a spare dual seat that comes with it. Very nice. Some consider this last of the original Ducatis in that this motorcycle was built by Ducati before they were bought out by Cagiva. So moving down the line, we have the Ducati Superbike 888. And next to it, the homologation 1 of 200 999R Fila with all the racing graphics. And last but not least, the PS1000 LE, the Paul Smart Limited Edition. This was a retro styled bike, but very roadworthy and actually a comfortable bike to ride and tour. So here we have not one but five, count them, 5 Ducati MH900Es. These were offered in 2002. They were the first motorcycles sold live on the internet, and they actually sold 1,000 of them in 38 minutes, and then the server crashed, and the rest of them were sold within a few days. The MH900E was a tribute to Mike Halewood, and these motorcycles, some of them have little or no miles on them, some of them have been ridden a few miles. Almost every one of them has some kind of upgrades, titanium exhaust, different airbox. The last 3 here have the Ducati carbon fiber bodywork, and these motorcycles were all numbered. They all came with a commemorative plaque and a t-shirt and a cover. We have the plaques, we have the t-shirts. I don't know if we have all the covers, but each one is different, and every one is priced accordingly. So this is the 900 MH Ducati from 2002. So this is a bike that's not like the rest of them. It's not a Ducati, it's not even made in Italy. This is the Triumph X75 Hurricane. And Triumph was, their big market here was in the US. So this motorcycle was designed by a US designer, Craig Vetter, who made the Vetter fairing. And it was very unique and outrageous in its day. And today, the Triumph Hurricane has become also quite the collectible. This motorcycle was in Barney's collection. Barney rarely ever sold a motorcycle, so this was his first classic bike. It was before he bought all the Ducatis. He bought the Triumph. This Triumph has 10,400 miles showing on the odometer. And as you can see, it's in very good condition. It looks to be almost all stock. And this motorcycle is also being offered as part of the Barney Besal collection. So I just want to say that all of us love motorcycles and classic motorcycles. Barney was a true enthusiast. He was a road racer. He had a good paying day job, but in the evenings at home, he liked to work on motorcycles and his own bikes, which in his own workshop, he put the most effort and attention to detail. He bought things without the intention of reselling them. I don't know that Barney ever sold a motorcycle in his life. He has motorcycles here that have been in his collection up to 30 years. And these motorcycles were a labor of love for him. I am proud to bring them to the public, and I hope that they are appreciated by the next owners.